This morning, a 17-year-old student facing second-degree murder is expected in court after this terrifying scene unfolded at a Maryland high school Friday.
There's kids stuck in classrooms, closets, The
high school junior allegedly shot a 15-year-old sophomore who was injured but is expected to survive, say authorities. Police have charged the shooter as an adult and say the weapon he used was a ghost gun, a kind of build-it-yourself firearm that has no serial number and is nearly impossible to trace. Authorities say ghost guns are quickly becoming the criminal's weapon of choice, and instructions to make them live online. An NBC News investigation found 3 years after YouTube banned ghost gun tutorials, dozens of videos with step-by-step directions for building the weapons were still on the site. YouTube says its guidelines prohibit such content and has since taken down the posts we flagged for violating its firearms policy.
These guns can shoot just like any other gun, because that's what it is, but it's not serialized.
Police say ghost gun kits are readily available on mainstream platforms, and a legal loophole allows anyone to buy one without a background check, including convicted felons, even children. That's because the kits only contain partially completed gun parts. It's not until the kit begins to be assembled that it's considered a firearm and possibly illegal.
And you can see the holes where the specific drill locations are. And so when we come into a house and we see 3 or 4 of these sitting down in the kitchen, we know what's going on. They're building ghost guns.
Nationwide, the number of seized ghost guns increased almost 5 times between 2016 and 2020. Last year in San Diego, the number has gone up more than tenfold since 2019. Police here are so alarmed, they've established one of the first ghost gun units in the country. We sat down with 2 of the unit's undercover agents.
Who is attracted to these kinds of guns?
I mean, if you think about it, it's criminals that are attracted to it, right? It's people that don't want you to know that they have these guns. I mean, that's the big thing. That's the big draw.
And how difficult is it to make one of these guns?
I mean, if you can do IKEA furniture, you can do this.
It's about ease of access to these firearms.
In 2019, Brian Mulberger's 14-year-old daughter Gracie was killed by a ghost gun during a school shooting outside of Los Angeles. Brian says he was able to find and purchase a ghost gun kit with his cell phone in minutes, using Gracie's name.
It was really disheartening when a box showed up in my mailbox and to my front door with my daughter's name on it.
Do you feel you're making progress?
Yeah, I do. I mean, just if you think about it, every gun that you get off the street, there's a possible victim behind that gun.
Even so, the detectives say technology is outpacing the law.
The internet is so much bigger now than it was even 5, 6 years ago. And what you could get online and how it teaches you how to build these things.
10 states, including California and New York, have enacted laws to at least partially address ghost guns. The Justice Department has proposed a new federal rule that would regulate the sale of homemade gun kits like all other firearms, requiring buyers to pass background checks and force manufacturers to add serial numbers to parts. The rule is still pending. Craig?
All right, an eye-opening report for us this morning. Aaron, thank you.